Hello, everybody. Welcome to English Phonetics Day 10. Now, today's Day 10, so we only have 2 more days, 11 and 12. 11, next week, we will do some review, and I'll prepare you for the test. Day 12 is the test. All right, let's study. Now, today we're going to be studying the labial sounds. Remember the word labial? Labial means lips. Okay, what are the labial sounds? The P, the B, and we also have the W, W. Now we also have labial dental, that's it, labial dental. Dental means teeth, labial means lip. So labial dental means teeth, lip on teeth. And that's the F and the V. Let's look at a handout real quickly of that. All right, here we have the consonants, manner, and position. Positions in the mouth. The lips means labial. The lips and teeth, labiodental. Dental means teeth. Labio means lips. So here we have a stop, means the air stops, and that's the labial stop is a P and a B. So the air stops. And then so that's a labial P and B. Next, we have the labiodental. That's not a stop. It's a fricative. Fricative means sh, sh sound, okay? And the F and the V have this fricative sound. So the lips go on that teeth and go, f, 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 okay? Or v, v, v with voice. That's the F and the V. And so that's where they are in the mouth. Also, we have an approximate. That's a difficult word to explain. Lips, you make a W. W, W. Okay, so we have the PB, the W, and the FV. Let's study those today. Okay, we're going to practice P, F, P, oh, yes, P and F and B and V and W. Let's look here. P or F. P is pronounced with the P. The air actually stops. P. All right. And then F has the tongue on the teeth. Okay. So before we practice that, let's look at this sound. P and F. Now the B is B and the V is V. And many of you don't like the V sound. You don't want to learn it, and so you haven't. And so you're using the B, and you're going, but that's not the same. For example, the word very, V-E-R-Y, it's not Betty, and it's not very, it's very. Now, you need to not be shy. You got to show your teeth to speak English. If you don't show your teeth, you can't speak English. For a V and an F. V, F. Please say that with me. V, F. Let me show you another PowerPoint. Okay, F and V sounds. See the F, the teeth here are touching the mouth, and you have to show your teeth. Now, in old Japanese culture, you could not show your teeth. And so in old Japanese culture, they made black on the teeth. And now even today, people hide it. They hide the teeth. But to speak English, you cannot hide your teeth. You have to show your teeth. Okay, let's continue looking. All right. V, V, and F, F, F. And there's another, there's a man, F. Now that is a problem. Somebody's trying to use a P or a B, and they should not do that. Don't use the B sound. It's a V like that, V sound. Okay, that's the position in the mouth. Okay, so let's listen. I want you to repeat after me. Past, fast, copy, coffee. Now notice this is not ko, he, it's ka, fi, coffee. Plea, plea is negai, plea. Flee, flee is nigeru. Okay, let's get that. You got to get your L, and in your throat, oh. Hold it. Pull, plea, plea. Now let's try flee with the F. Flee. You got to hold your tongue with the L, and then did your F. Flee, flee, flee. That's it. Let's do another one. Apply. A fly. Get your F. A fly. Snip. Sniff. Pat. Fat. Pork. Fork. Okay. Now I want you to tell me, I'm going to say past or fast. This is A, B. This is A. This is B. Ready? You tell me A or B. Past. Past. It's A. Past. Number 2, coffee. Coffee. That's B. Coffee. Coffee. Okay, try. Number 3, flee. Flee. That's B. Flee. Flee. Try number 4. Apply. Apply. That's A. Apply. Apply. Let's try number 5. Number 5. Snip. Snip. That's this one. Snip. Snip. Sometimes we don't finish the P because it's at the end of the word and we say snip. Can you hear that? Snip. Okay, number 6. Fat. Fat. What is it? It's B. Fat. Let's try number 7. Fork. Fork. What is it? Fork. And again, at the end of the word, we might not say this fully. We might say fat with no t, just fat and fork. Okay? Now let's go on. Best, please repeat with me. Remember the B and the V sound. B, V. It's not V, V. You can't hide your teeth. You got to show your teeth. V. On your final test, I'm going to ask you to do a video and I have to see your teeth or you get minus points. Vest. Okay, let's continue. Boat, vote. Please repeat. Bet, vet. Ban, van. That's in the nose. Ban, van, in the nose. Bat, vat. Beer, veer. Okay, before you started my class, some of you were saying beer. For V-E-E-R, you were saying B-E-A, beer, but it's veer. Okay, get a good pronunciation there. Next, we have boat. Please repeat. Boat, vote. Bowl, vole. Serve, serve. Bane, vein. Okay, keep using your lip on your teeth. Vein. Bat, vat. Beer, veer. Bile, vial. Bolt, volt. Broom, that's a hokey. Vroom. Vroom is a sound of an engine in the English comic books. Vroom, vroom. Okay, can you do that? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Okay, that's the sound. Good. Okay, let's continue. Now you tell me, which sound do you hear, A or B? And I'll tell you the answer. Number one, that's my best. That's my best. The answer is A. That's my best. B would be, that's my vest. Number two, you tell me, A or B. I'd like a coffee. I'd like a coffee. Okay, the answer is B. That F is very gentle. I'd like a coffee. Coffee. Now notice P. Okay, here's P and here's F. P, F. Copy, coffee. Copy, coffee. Copy, coffee. Copy, coffee. Coffee, coffee. Okay? Let's continue. Next, we have number three. The fork fell on the floor. The fork fell on the floor. What is it? A or B? It's B. The fork fell on the floor. The fork fell on the floor. Number four. We need your vote. We need your vote. That's A. We need your vote. V, b, v, b. Number five. At 10 o'clock, there was a van going outside. At 10 o'clock, there was a van going outside. A or B? It's A. At 10 o'clock, there was a van going outside. At 10 o'clock, there was a ban on going outside. Okay. Now, let's talk about W before a U or Most students have trouble saying W. Okay, no trouble at all. Wah, wee, woo, okay, wah, wee, whoa. However, there's one difficult point which students fail. It is the W before the U or the woo or woo. For example, wood is wood. For most students, we can hear the W. We cannot hear the student's W because they say it like the In other words, the word W-O-U-L-D, many students say ood. Okay, that's a problem. Let's continue. That's because the W is actually a form of U. You say the U before, and then you open your lips wider and make a moving W sound. Okay, so W, for example, water would be, see there's a oo, water. That's why we call it double U, W, because it's a U. Woo, okay, water. Well, the problem is we're saying woo, woo. So the students don't change the lips. It sounds like ooh. Let's continue. Okay, the W sounds like a U. So when you say a W in front of a U or you need to make your lips extra small so we can hear a difference between W and U. Make your lips almost completely closed. Okay, see Danny in the video, here I am. For the word would, yes I would, okay, usually it's water, okay, but for the wood, it's even smaller. So my mouth is almost closed. Wood, wood, wood. So you've got to close your mouth or just almost close it completely. 99% wood, wood. That way you can get that moving. Woo, woo. The moving is the W sound. So for the word wood, you have to get your lips little and then woo, okay? That's the way we make the wood U sound. All right. Now, let's repeat these words. Can you repeat with me? Woo! Okay, that's a happy sound. Woo! Okay, let's try this wood. Very little lips. Woo! wood, wood, wood. Notice there's a w, w. It's got to move. Wood. And here's a wood. This is mean key, like a tree. Wood. Same sound. Wood. Now here's the famous city in China. Wuhan. Wuhan. Okay, Wuhan. That's the W-U sound. All right, we'll stop there. Now, something else that I want to talk about today is grouping words together. And this is very important for speaking. And we're going to work a lot on this next week, but this week we're just going to do it a little. I'm going to introduce you to the idea. So let's look at a paper. All right, mostly you're going to read this paper, and I'm not going to read it to you very much, but I want you to read this paper carefully and answer these questions and send this to me today by Google Classroom. Let me see this example. I feel like getting some exercise. Do you like bowling, swimming, or tennis? Now that is not a good way to speak. I spoke too fast. I didn't stop. We group words together. I feel like getting some exercise. Okay, that might be one. Do you like, that's another. Bowling, that's another. Or swimming, or tennis. Okay, here we have the marks here. I feel like getting some exercise. Pause. Do you like bowling? Pause. Or swimming? Pause. Or tennis. Now that's very natural language to stop like that. I feel like getting some exercise. Do you like bowling? Or swimming? Or tennis? And this way we can group our words together and the listener can understand more easily. Let's look at a couple of more examples. John hit a girl. That girl is my sister. Now you cannot put this all together. John hit a girl, that girl's my sister. Boy, nobody understands that. We put the pause between sentences. John hit a girl. That girl's my sister. Now when there's a comma, like comma here, we put pause. We love cats, dogs, and snakes. If we have because, when, or if, we pause. John hit a boy because he was angry. If it rains, we will run. We will run if it rains. Now notice I stop in the middle. It helps me to think about the next part of the sentence and it helps the listener. All of these show examples of when to stop, and I want you to read them carefully, and then I want you to decide in these sentences where, whoops, I've got 8, I'll have to change that. Where would you put the slash? Would you put it here? I love your mother. Would that be okay? Maybe, but I don't think I would put it there, okay? Okay, where would you put a slash? Sometimes in these sentences you need 2 slashes. All right, do it and send this paper to me. It's important practice for you to learn to group words together. Next week, we're going to work on it more, but send this to me by Google Class. Thanks a lot. All right, welcome to my hospital room. You can see a hospital room behind me because we're going to talk about hospitals today. We're going to read about the man Mark Buntain in India. We've been reading about him lately. And as you read your story, you're going to see a Bible on a rope. Now, what does a Bible on a rope have to do with building a hospital? It's a really strange story, but it's a true story, and it's a very amazing story of God's power to help us when we pray. So let's read this story now about Mark Buntain. All right, first of all, we're going to words to practice, the V, the W, and the F. Are you ready? I want you to please repeat after me. Please repeat. And make sure that you have the correct V with the lips on the teeth, V sound. Ready? Of. Number 2, have. Number 3, given. Now get the good vowel sound. Given, given. Next we have very. Give me a good R sound and a good V. Very. Moved, moved. Everyone, everyone. believe, believe, save, save, vision, vision. Now don't say vision. It's not E-O, it's I-A. Vision, vision. And give your good V, vision. Favorite, favorite. Okay, let's get the W. Wife, growing, water. These are all words from your story. Away, lowered, watched, which. Now this H has no sound. Some of you try to put an H in there. You say which, but you don't need a wh. Just give me only a W and no H sound. Which, would, world. Give you a good RL. World, world. Let me show you something right now. Let me show you something. The word world sounds like this. Okay. There you go. Okay. It's spelled O-R, but it sounds like R-O. World, world, world. Okay. That's the way you say it. All right. Next we have wet. Workers. Word. Now we studied last week the O-R is not an O-R sound. It's an sound only. Were. All right. Next we have wife. Okay, put your lips on your teeth. Wife. Floor. For. Foundation. Staff. Formed. Free. Flooding. Affected. California. All right. Now below is a story of a miracle that happened as Mark Buntain his wife built a 6th-floor hospital in Calcutta, India. As I was growing up in the church, I heard many stories of miracles that happened to people, and I have known many people who experienced a miracle after praying. Prayers do bring miracles when you pray to God in the name of Jesus. For nothing with God, nothing shall be impossible. This comes from the Christian Bible. Let's read our story. Someone else might have given up, not Mark Buntain. As builders began to dig the foundation for a new 150 bed hospital in Calcutta, India, water leaked into the hole. There was very much water. It looked like a lake. The builders moved their equipment away. You'll need at least 600 pilings under this large building, one told Mark. But Mark and his wife Hulda didn't have that kind of money. If you don't know this vocabulary, you can check it out. Undaunted, the missionary asked God for help. Mark gathered pastors and staff together, and they formed a circle. He took a little Bible out of his pocket and asked the builders for a piece of rope. He tied the rope around the Bible and told everyone to join hands and believe for a miracle. Mark then lowered the Bible into the water and said, "In the name of Jesus, let the water recede into the ground." The builders and Mark's staff watched as the water slowly went down into the ground. The builders' eyes grew big as they watched, Hulda said. In her book, Pathway to the Impossible, Mark's wife Hulda shares insights about the hospital built in the mid-1970s. God helped us to keep our eyes on the vision, a hospital that would save the lives of many hundreds of patients each day. The vision was bigger than that pool of water. Today, Calcutta Mercy Hospital ministers to 100,000 patients each year, 40,000 of which are treated for free. Calcutta Mercy Hospital has the driest basement of any building in the area, Holda said. Other basements experience flooding during monsoon rains, storms during rainy season. Our medical supplies are located in the basement of the hospital, and not once have we been affected by flooding, which would destroy equipment and medicine. A California organization which supplies medical equipment to third world countries, sent a laboratory for heart surgeries to the hospital. But when people brought the equipment, they said the lab could not go into any basement in Calcutta because it would be too wet. The equipment would rust in 6 months. Not at this hospital, Holder replied. Workers tested the walls with little hammers. They were amazed. This is impossible in Calcutta, they said. Holder tells people, impossible is God's favorite word. Okay, so God did do something impossible. He answered their prayer. He caused the water that was in the foundation to go down when they prayed because they put the Bible in there and they prayed. And to this day, that hospital still serves people in Calcutta, and hundreds of thousands of people have been helped by that hospital. All right, let's continue. Now, I want you to read the story aloud, practice it, practice reading it twice, and write yes here when you finish practicing it. But I want you to practice it carefully and try to use the F and the V and the W sounds carefully, okay? Number 2, I want you to write here. I can't quite write that, so I'll write like this, okay? Write the IPA sounds, all right? The IPA sounds that go with each word. Write it underneath the underlined word, all right? Okay. Next, I want you to read the story again carefully and write answers. Notice you have to answer the questions with a full sentence answer, and write the answers and send them to me, okay?